Hello student. In this short video, I am hoping to explain you about the slice function in the Python programming language. Slice is a built-in function which returns a sliced object. Let's see how it works. A sliced object is used to specify how to slice a sequence. You can specify where to start the slicing and where to end. You can also specify the step which allows you to, for example, slice only every other item. As you can see here, this is the syntax of the slice built-in function, which has three parameters: start, end, and then step. The first parameter here, start, it is an optional parameter which is an integer number that specifies the position from where the slicing should start. If you have not given a value for this start, then by default the compiler will take the integer 0 as a value for the start. Then the last parameter step is also an optional parameter which is again an integer number that specifies the step of the slicing. That is, whether you want to leave one number and then take the second number, or leave two numbers and then take the third number, and so on. By default, the value taken for the step parameter here is 1. Then the middle one, that is end. This parameter is not an optional parameter. This is an integer number which would specify the position where the slicing ends. Let's look at an example. Consider this tuple. The name given for this tuple is x, as you can see, and this tuple has several elements. Actually speaking, it has 8 elements and all the elements are string elements. So as you can see here, this tuple has the 8 alphabet characters starting from A goes up to H. Well student, remember, whether it is a tuple or a list, in Python each element in the tuple or the list is referred using an index number starting from 0. So in this particular tuple X, we have 8 elements. So the first element is referred by the index number 0, second element by index number 1, then it goes on like that, and the last element is referred by the index number 7. Now consider a Python code like this. It says x slice, within brackets you can see 4. Now if you can remember the syntax what I just explained now, the slice function has 3 parameters, that is start, end, and then step. Out of these 3 parameters, the first parameter and the last parameter are optional. So in this instruction Python line I have given, it just says slice, then within brackets 4. As you can see here, you have only one value within the brackets. So therefore, that value will be taken for the parameter end. So if we look at the position of index number 4, that is this position, then the slice function will take all the elements until that position, that is these 4 elements. So the output of this instruction will return you these 4 elements. As you can see here, the tuple X is sliced until the fourth position. So please remember, when we say slice 4, as we have given only one value within the parenthesis, that will be taken for the parameter end, and the slice function, it will take the elements until that end value or until that end position. It won't take the value of index number 4. As you can see here marked in red, index number 4 refers to the element E, but that is not there in the output, isn't it? So please remember, it takes the elements until the end reference, but it doesn't take the element in the end reference. Let's look at another example now. Consider this instruction. Again, it uses the X tuple, and it says slice 3, 5. As we have given two values here, the compiler will take these two integer values for the two parameters in the slice function. So the first parameter is start. Number 3 will be taken for the start position, which refers to this position. Then the second parameter is 5, which will be taken for the end position, and that is over here. Now here it will be sliced from the third position until the fifth position. Understand it clearly. It starts from the third position, which means the element you have in the third position or index number 3, that element also will be retrieved to the output, and it goes till the end position, until the end position. So this slice operator will slice and retrieve these two elements from start until end. So the output for this instruction will be D and then E. Now let's look at an example with 3 values. So as we saw, the slice function has 3 parameters. So in an instruction, if we give 3 integer values, those 3 integer values will be assigned for the 3 parameters start, end and then step. First of all, here the parameter value given for the parameter start is 0, which refers to the first position. Then the parameter value given for the parameter end is 8, which refers to this position, because we have only up to index number 7 here. So therefore position number 8 is actually going to be beyond the tuple, actually outside the tuple. Okay. So starting from the 0 index, it goes until the index 8, which means it will use all these elements. Okay, it will use all these elements starting from 0 until index number 8, which means actually it takes up to 7. Then the third parameter value is also given here. The third parameter value is 3. That is, step is 3. Here what happens is, in the slice function we have given the start as 0. So it will take the first element, and after that it will go for 3 steps. As you can see, the first element, the starting position is index number 0. So the element in that position will be taken. After that, it will go for 3 steps. After 3 steps, the element we have is D. That will be taken, and after that, it will go again for 3 steps. Then after these 3 steps, the element we have over there is G. So that's all. We can't go further 3 steps after that because it has only one more element and the tuple is ending with that. Okay. So we started from the start position, that is 0, and we were finding the output elements until index number 8. So when we are finding the output elements, we were moving 3 steps. So A, after 3 steps D, after 3 steps G. So this is going to be the output for this instruction. So these are the different methods we can use the slice function. It can have only 1 parameter or 2 parameters or 3 parameters. Now there is an important point you should know about this slice function. Remember, when the slice function is applied to a tuple, the output you get, actually the sliced part you get, also will be a tuple like this. As you can see here, X is a tuple because it is enclosed within parentheses. So when we slice in the X tuple, you can see the output in blue color here. The output is also produced as a tuple. On the other hand, when the slice function is applied to a list, the output also will be a list like this. Here I have created the X as a list. Then when I apply the slice function to that list, as you can see the output in blue, that is also generated as a list with square brackets. That's the end of this video. I hope this video was useful for you. Thank you very much for watching my video and good luck to you.